Hey everybody, it's Cameron with Speedtech Performance, and today we're out in the shop to bring you a new project. And this is actually going to be a little bit of a series, kind of like a how-to series, where we're going to transform this shell of a 68 Charger into an Ultimate Pro Touring Beast using our full weld-in chassis. So to get to this point, we've actually taken the body and it has been completely sandblasted, which is a very important thing to do because we found a whole bunch of rust that we didn't know was there in the floors and the quarters and honestly just about every panel that's on this car here. And so what we're going to do is our whole process, which again, you basically cut inside rocker to inside rocker, firewall, half of the trunk gone, weld this whole thing in, and then you go to work. So first things first is we're going to get it mounted up to this frame table to ensure that there's no twist or any kind of issues with the body when we start cutting. So let's get that going. So now that we have the frame table underneath the car, what we're actually going to do is when we lower the body down, we're going to weld it to these stands that we've made. That way we have a complete solid connection. All right, so we've got the car on the frame table. We moved from the lift over here to our workstation. And from here, we're actually going to go ahead and remove the hood and the trunk and the doors. That way we can access everything. And then the next step is going to be start measuring where we're going to cut here in the front. What we're doing here is actually marking up where we're going to be cutting. So you can see Jeremy's down here doing this. And believe it or not, I'm actually reading the instructions here. The first mark you're going to make is actually 3/4 of an inch back from the second hole right here on the underside of the factory frame rail. All right, so on this back side here of the front K-member, you can see where he's marking there. And then you're just going to kind of move up. And this is your first cut. It's important to know that you actually are going to do 2 cuts within the front section of the factory setup. And you want to leave as much material here as possible because it gives you strength while you're still installing the frame and subframe and everything. So what this is doing is this is giving us enough room that we can actually fit our suspension under here when we go ahead and put our K-member in without, again, removing too much material. And so you can see this estimated line here of where approximately we're going to make this first cut. All right, so we've got the first piece removed now. I want to make sure you understand that we are cutting through the factory frame rail right here, as well as leaving this front section here as outlined in the instructions. And once again, this doesn't have to be pretty because you're going to be removing more at a later step. Now that we have the inner fenders with their first cut, we're going to go ahead and move on to the floor. And with this here on the firewall is basically there's 2 different panels that meet right here between the tunnel and the firewall. You're going to cut right in between and separate those 2 panels. So one of the first steps when we're cutting the floor is from the factory, these had basically a wire cover in them. Fold it back and cut it off, and you want to be sure to actually come in and remove these tabs here because when you're installing the T-plate that we include with the kit, you need that to be as flush as possible. So come take a look at it. When it comes to the rockers, you're going to go ahead and start your cut just along the edge. You can kind of see where the floor naturally has that bend there. And you're going to cut and meet all the way up with the cut that you did at the firewall. And then when it comes to the back side of it, your horizontal cut, when you look at the floor, you can see where the rear frame rail is met up with the floor. Go ahead and make that first cut about 1 inch or so in front of that. When in doubt, just freaking go. All right, so now that we have our first initial cut, we're going to go ahead and move to the trunk section. And this part's actually really important where you need to do some measuring. And so the way that we've done this here is from the rear face of the front leaf spring mount, you're going to go back 36 inches and that's where your cut is. So how we're going to do it is we're actually going to drop a mark from this face here on our table and then measure 36 inches back and then do the same that way. Now that we have the first cut in the trunk, the next is you're actually going to move up back to that front leaf spring pocket and you're going to basically split it. So you're going to leave the outer holes there and everything from the inside goes out. And so from the bottom, you're going to want to cut up and it's going to give you a cut line through the floor here. So it'll give you kind of a gauge where you can make the rest of your cuts. And from there, you're going to go back and follow along the wheel tub line and meet up with the line that you just did in the trunk. And then forward, you're basically just going to kind of come at an angle here to meet up with this line All this will be removed, but that'll be done in a later step when we clean all this up. So we have a big old hole now in the floor. Let me go over a couple things. Again, that was our rough cuts. So from here, we're going to clean it all up. So there's the tabs here that are on top of the rail that I pointed out earlier. Those are going to be removed. All this will be smoothed off. Same with everything on the inside here. And then from here, we're going to cut out those spot welds, remove all of this, and on this plate here, we're going to go ahead and remove these spot welds, and then this part of the floor will be removed on up to the wheel tubs. So we are going to use the bigger wheel tubs from AMD. So for that, we're going to, again, cut out all the spot welds for the package tray, trunk hinge, and all that, and go from there. So let's get it done. So this is actually the section of the rear frame rail that has been removed. And one thing I want to point out is this other piece of metal. Now, when you're drilling out the spot welds from above, you can't see where these other ones are. And this is actually part of what we call the front bracing underneath the trunk floor. And you're going to go ahead and just cut that off from underneath the car, and the rest of the brace stays there. And then when you put the replacement piece in that we provide to you as part of the chassis, that all gets welded right up. So we're just starting to wrap up this first phase. So let's start here at the front. Again, we've got everything cut out, and we have our first cut done with the inside fenders. Moving back, the whole floor is gone, and everything has been cleaned up here, all the way back through the wheel tubs into the trunk. Everything's prepared there for the wider tubs to go in. One thing that I do want to point out is after Jeremy got everything cut out, he went through and cleaned up all of the inside rockers so that there's no burrs. And then on the bottom side, these get a little bit beat up after 50 or 60 years on the road. So he went and took the hammer and dolly and kind of smoothed things out on the bottom side. The last step to this phase is to be sure to coat every part of raw or exposed metal with weld through primer, not only here inside the car, but on the chassis. So we went ahead with the T-plates that are going to get welded in here, coat both sides of those with the weld through primer, as well as on the frame rail of the chassis that's going to be welded to it. So that wraps up phase one of the process. Again, we're going to have other episodes or phases coming soon, so you're definitely going to want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn the bell on so you're notified when we have new episodes that come out, so you don't miss the project updates.